So we do that loan to the trust in order to correctly equalize distributions so that whoever's keeping the property can keep their parents' low property tax base.
Tanis, let me ask you another question. Regarding trust administration, what are the most common type of loans that are available for the irrevocable trust?
So Proposition 19 is one of the primary reasons we do this type of lending. That's when you're dealing with multiple heirs. Someone wants to keep the property and keep their parents' low property tax base. So there's a correct way and incorrect way to buy out beneficiaries and preserve that tax base. So we do that loan to the trust in order to correctly equalize distributions so that whoever's keeping the property can keep their parents' low property tax base. So it's a very niche and specific type lending. That is one of the main reasons that we lend to an irrevocable trust. And then for additional reasons, if you happen to be dealing with a situation foreclosure, we can do a loan to a trust to stop a foreclosure and buy the beneficiaries more time to figure out what they want to do with that property. Or if you just have no funds and you need funds to cover trust administration, any outstanding expenses, fix up a property and sell it, we can also lend for those reasons as well. So we're not stuck in a box. There's a lot of reasons why you may need a loan, but primary reason we do this type of lending is for Proposition 19.
And so let me clarify on something that you just said, because I think this is more common than most people realize with your area of expertise. Someone inherits property, but maybe mom and dad didn't finish the ADU they started. Maybe mom and dad things were tough financially and the home is in notice of default or foreclosure. They may risk losing the home. Or there's just a lot of upkeep expenses. There's a leaky roof, or there's insurance, or some of those things. How does the beneficiary who hasn't really received the loan of the property yet, how do they and the trust administrator work through that to ensure they don't lose the property? And tell us how you do get the loan on that, because you referenced that briefly.
Yeah, so it's a collateral-based loan. So it's all about loan to value with these loans. But if you're dealing with a distressed property and whether they want to sell it, you can get the funds to the trust in order to fix up that property and sell it, or stop foreclosure, and then they can either sell it or keep it if somebody wants to keep it. There are certain circumstances where a property's been so distressed that whoever's keeping it is not going to be able to qualify for long-term financing, meaning a conventional 30-year fixed. So we have done loans to a trust to give them enough money to fix up this property so that way, when they do put it in the beneficiary's name, they can now qualify for long-term financing and pass an appraisal inspection. So there's a lot of different reasons why you may need funds. And especially if you're dealing with a licensed fiduciary as a trustee or an uninterested third party as the trustee, they're never going to put in their own money or company money to fix up a property and sell it because they want to keep that separate. They're just listed as a trustee and the professional that's supposed to administer it. So they will come to us a lot of the times and say, I have no money. I need to pay for taxes. I'm going to have to pay for, income taxes at the end of the year. And so we will provide them funds just to be able to do these things and close it out. So that way they're not using, their own money and doing something that they probably shouldn't anyways.